Alright, YouTube, making a video right here because I got a lot of criticism, a lot of negative feedback lately on using the rack systems. Everybody's saying, oh, look at the little boxes, it's so inhumane, it's got to be uncomfortable. Well, this video is kind of going to set my point on why we use them. If you notice, probably 85% of all the major breeders in the country use some sort of rack system to keep a lot of snakes in a little area, and it's exactly what the ball python needs. If you notice, I have mostly ball python, or pretty much all ball pythons in my racks. You know, you got to understand what a ball python is. A ball python live in short grassland areas. They live most of their lives in burrows. They'll find like meerkat holes or termite mounds, and you know, for the most part, they live underground. And then they come out at night. They're nocturnal, and they hunt. You know, so the boxes, first of all, are heated. If you look in the back, see that? That's heat tape. Alright, that keeps the back of the box right around 88 degrees, and the front of the box right around 78 to 80, which is a perfect temperature variance. You know, especially with the ball pythons. This rack here has the 15-quart boxes. Pretty much it's good for any of the snakes up to around 450 grams. Like for example, the snake's got heat. It's got a hiding spot right here. It's got a water bowl, it's got bedding, it's got enough room. I notice if you give ball pythons too much room, they tend not to eat. You know, a lot of people, they go out and they buy a 30-gallon tank for a baby ball python, and the snake doesn't want to eat, the snake doesn't want to do this or that, and it's because there's too much room. You know, and even if you go ahead and spend the $90 on a big tank, you know, it's going to spend 80% of its time probably in some sort of hiding area. But if you notice, you know, these boxes are perfect size for these little baby neonate ball pythons. You know, these guys are coming up on 200 grams, and there's plenty of room in this. Because this snake right here is going to spend 80% of its time under that hide box. And there's enough room for it to get out, stretch around. You know, when they get a little bit bigger, you move them in these bigger boxes, where I have my larger snakes. But you know, it's everything that they need. The murky boxes, they can't see out, so they don't get, you know, upset by movement around the boxes. It's occlusive. It's dark. You know, there's light coming in the front, but for the most part, it's more of a, you know, more of a shadowy type of box. It's not too bright. You know, they are nocturnal, so it makes them a little happier. It keeps heat very well. You know, it's not too much room, but it's not, you know, too small. So, I mean, they're very happy, you know. If the snake's eating, it's growing, it's doing very well, it's moving around, you know your snake's happy. And that's what my snakes are doing. So, you know, it's a way of keeping them, you know. For me, having, you know, 20 snakes, it's a better way of keeping them. You know, to run tanks and heat and everything else, it'd be a little bit impractical. So.